DigitalGlobe always has amazing things going on at their booth, and I'm sure this year is no exception. It's booth 4099. I'm joined by Tony Frazier. Tony, what is going on for DigitalGlobe this year?
Well, it's a really exciting year for us. It's our first year with WorldView 3 on orbit, as well as we've seen increased adoption of our enhanced web hosting service. And so what we wanted to do today was focus on our theme, which is how we're going beyond the pixel to deliver near real-time shareable GEOINT into the hands of intelligence analysts, warfighters, and first responders. So I wanted to introduce you to three of our team members who are going to walk you through our capabilities today.
I can't wait.
Okay,
Let's take a look.
Okay, thanks.
So what are we looking at here?
So Ross Anderson is a tech lead on our enhanced web hosting service team. So he's going to talk to you about how we collect imagery and make it available to anyone in the U.S. government within hours of collection.
Hi, Ross.
Hello. What you're looking at here is our Enhanced View web hosting platform. We built this under our global EGD program. The orange footprints that you see here indicates the imagery that we have collected just over the last 7 days alone. And we essentially take all of our imagery from our constellation of satellites and make it available to our USG users. For the Nepal crisis, we made this imagery available to the public so that first responders could better understand what was going on the ground across the country. Our sensors have the ability to collect at the same resolution and accuracy as an aerial sensor. However, since we have satellites, we can get a much broader area.
Ross, that's great. Can you show an example of a WorldView 3 image from Nepal?
Sure. This is a WorldView 3 image at 30 centimeters.
Wow, it's beautiful. The amount of detail, incredible. All right, so what else do you have to show me?
So once we collect this imagery, we're now focused on how we extract information at scale with our crowdsourcing platform. So I wanted you to see what Caitlin is demoing here.
Great.
All right.
So what's going on over here?
Well, Caitlin Milton is one of our campaign managers for our TomNod community of crowdsourcing. So you saw the image of what Nepal looked like pre-event, pre-earthquake. She's going to talk to you about how we harness the power of our crowd to do damage assessments after the event.
Hi, Caitlin.
Thanks, Tony. Exactly. So TomNod is a simple online platform that enables people to search through pixels of imagery and either place a tag or draw a polygon over specific objects or activities of interest. With our intelligent CrowdRank algorithm and some analyst QC, we're able to take the input from thousands of people and resolve it into a set of vectors that can be used to drive action. DigitalGlobe has managed hundreds of campaigns over the past couple of years, and it is incredible what the crowd is capable of accomplishing. For example, in Nepal during the earthquakes, over 59,000 members of the global TomNod community helped identify over 21,000 damaged roads, damaged buildings, and tens of displaced people. Here we have a map on the GBD, or Geospatial Big Data Platform, that shows a time lapse of the results that the crowd damage that the crowd identified in Nepal. So here we're looking at Kathmandu. This is day 2. And over time you can start to see more points and more areas of interest start to populate on the map. Kathmandu is one of the more populous areas of Nepal. And so directly after the earthquakes, more people were focused on Kathmandu and kind of forgetting about the more rural areas outside. So when we got that feedback from teams on the ground that they weren't getting data for these outside areas, we tasked our satellites to start focusing on those more remote areas to start collecting data over those parts of Nepal. Something else that we were more flexible about during Nepal is some of that early feedback we got is that tens of displaced people were of great importance and of great value to the organizations who were reacting on the ground. So while tens of displaced people was not one of our original tag types, we added it in around day 2. And here you can see we have damaged roads, damaged buildings, and then as we go further on with the campaign, you see these green points start to appear. That's when we started adding and looking for the tens of displaced people. So you can see these points of interest start to build over time.
Wow. That's amazing.
So essentially what the crowd did in Nepal and what the crowd does all the time is take pixels and turn them into insight that can be used by organizations on the ground.
Super impressive. What's
Great.
Next, Tony?
Well, let me show you.
Okay,
All
thanks,
right.
Caitlin.
Thanks, Caitlin.
Thanks.
So tell me about this area, Tony.
So Mark Giacconi is going to walk us through our Geospatial Big Data initiative. So Mark is a software developer and data scientist that was involved with the USGIF hackathon a couple weeks ago. And he's going to talk to you about how we've leveraged this platform to enable geospatial big data analytics.
Cool. Hi, Mark.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
So I'm going to talk about geospatial big data. So the Nepal crisis proved again to us that in order to respond effectively to a crisis, one of the most critical components of that is data. So open data is critical, commercial sources from a variety of people, as well as crowdsourced information. Fusing that all together is what gives responders what they need. So DigitalGlobe decided to stand up a geospatial big data initiative. And the initiative is around unifying various data into a platform at global scale, so we can do quick delivery of foundational layers, but also do big data analytics to answer questions for responders. And that allows them to get the data really quickly, and allows us to do some area reduction analytics and things like that. So the Big Data Initiative also gave us partnerships with Cloudera and Twitter, and we went big with the whole thing to try to fuse all this massive geospatial data together to solve problems like this.
What are we looking at here?
So what this is a map of RSS feeds, which you wouldn't generally see dots for. So we pull in that text real time, 24/7, thousands of news feeds, and we extract points from them based on finding names of locations. So this is some of those place names. For the Nepal crisis specifically, we found many news feeds reporting locations, and we were able to plot that and find new places for responders to take a look at. So it's just one example.
Really cool stuff. Thanks, Mark.
Thanks.
Tony,
Thanks, Mark.
always big ideas and really big innovation here at DigitalGlobe. Thank you so much for showing
Absolutely.
me around.
Thank you. Thank you. So hopefully you've seen that we're really going beyond the pixel to help our customers see, analyze, anticipate, and respond to global threats at scale.
That's right. Well, come and see for yourself their booth 4099. Come on by to DigitalGlobe.